Hi, let's have a quick look at the CRM functionality using our testing environment. So once I'm logged in, I land on the dashboard page with fast access to certain data like my upcoming appointments, ongoing tasks, and list of clients, orders, and invoices by different time periods, and some invoice statistics here as well. If I click on this image, I can navigate to my user profile, change the user interface language, or simply log out. By hitting the bell here, I can view all my notifications, and on the left side you can see the sidebar menu through which I can navigate to different modules of the app. So let's start with leads. In this part of the app, I can view the clients. They are now grouped by their position in that particular view, and I definitely can specify any other attribute here. I can also add additional columns to be displayed in the grid. I can also filter, search, and sort clients. I can also save this view as my personal view, and actually I already have some here for simplified access to certain types of records. I can also import multiple clients. I can export clients in different formats and create a new client by simply hitting this button here. As you can see, there are numerous fields on this page to accommodate all the relevant details about clients so that I don't miss anything important. All right, next step is orders. So here, let me tap this icon to see this orders details. In addition to just populating the fields in here, I can also add attachments to this order by simply dragging and dropping files here. I can also add notes to this order to save additional information and view all modifications that were applied to that order before. Next, invoices. Here, when I create a new invoice, once I'm done with some basic information, I move to the services section here, where I can add the new services to that invoice, specify their costs, and also apply some taxes here. All right, now in the calendar module, I can view and manage my events. For example, I may want to add a new appointment with one of my clients, probably invite my colleagues to take part as well, set a reminder, or probably make this meeting a regular one by simply specifying its recurrence pattern here. If I click this tab, I can also view and manage my tasks, say copy tasks, or mark them as completed, or simply delete. And finally, the reports tab here, where I can view all reports about leads, orders, and invoices, definitely in different chart types and by various parameters, like by salespersons for leads, or status and date range for orders, or by currency and clients for invoices. And on top of that, I can also configure the system and have access to some additional features in the app's admin panel. So I simply click this cogwheel here. And here, for example, I can differentiate the user's access to the system by creating new user roles and assigning relevant user rights by simply selecting the checkboxes here. Or I can view and update the company's employees' details in this window here. I can also set simple or advanced rules for data sharing across the app. I can work with surveys to be sent to my clients by adding different types of questions organized in certain sections in here. And I can also have another layer of customization by using this text editor tool in here in this dynamic survey tab. I can also create newsletters to be sent to my clients on scheduled date. So here I can select my clients and add them to the recipients list. I can create a pick list to be available across the system and specify the values to be selectable there. And in addition to that, I can also establish a dependency between a pair of pick lists. To streamline my work with invoices, I can also create invoices templates by simply adding the necessary information in here. I can create custom views for simple access to certain types of records. So here I can specify the columns to be displayed in the grid by default. I can also add conditions the records shall comply with to be added to that certain view. I can also create templates to manage my outbound emails here. I can compose regular expressions for fields, and I also can add new fields to be available when adding in new records new records in the system. Here I can specify these fields properties. I can also organize layouts by adding new sections and positioning the fields within that section the way I want. I can also manage web forms to be eventually added to my website if I need to collect some customers' data. So I simply specify the fields to be added to this form and I can now preview it. And I can also manage currencies available in the system, the taxes to be used for invoicing. I can also create workflows by specifying some simple triggering conditions or even more sophisticated, and specify the related actions to be taken when this workflow is triggered. And finally, I can manage languages in the system, take control over host settings, view system logs to investigate possible problems, and set users notifications. So that was a brief overview of the LSRM current capabilities. More features are to come in the future, so stay tuned and thanks for watching.